Don't miss it.
Keep that here.
Hi yo, everybody.
Hi-yo! Hi, everyone! Welcome to week 67, episode 67 of Sahlen's Legacy.
Sahlen's Legacy.
We're being quiet and respectful to people in people's houses tonight. As we do.
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome everybody to Sahlen's Legacy. This is a live play D&D 5e, but in a homebrew
club
in a homebrew setting. Yeah, lots of fun. So right off
Miss
the bat,
Priscilla.
let's introduce ourselves first. Thank you for the sub, Miss Priscilla.
Yeah, thanks for the resub.
Yeah.
So this time I did a thing with my setup, so I won't be as distracted, but I have my notes, you guys, chat, and stream up on the second monitor, and then all my D&D shit directly in front of me. Well, other D&D shit. Anyway, not that you care, but if you're ever curious, that's what's happening. But yeah, let's introduce ourselves. Let's start with that this time, because I feel like we go right into other things, and I think they're more interested in who we are and what we do and all of that. Gyro Guy, thank you for the sub.
Thank you for the sub.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Sylveon, thank you for that host.
Thank you for the host, guy.
Oh, I wrote week 64 twice.
It's Jiro Guy.
There it is.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Haley. I play Captain Aura Stone. She is a tiefling who is a rogue warlock, and Cleft Folly, the place where we're headed right now, just happens to be the birthplace of the tieflings in this universe. So, going back to the roots today.
Going back to the seaweed, I think. Roots in the
Okay,
seaweed.
it's where my people are from.
Waka.
No, the roots, seaweed. It's because we're in the water.
Oh,
Checks out.
I'm Justin. I'm currently in trouble right now. I play Mitzid Alsup, a Quilier wizard with a heart beast named Hailstorm, who's a half horse, half dragon, big old boy now. And I just got revealed that my brother is with us, and he is a twerp. And his name is Enad.
Yo.
Exactly. Thank you, Diva.
Right. I am Ryan. I am playing a gnome cleric named Andre Benicio Cabe Dacor Le Duc de Monrath Erta.
Do you write it that
Nailed
way?
it.
It is in
Use
my
different
frame.
names to
Did you
display every
Did you
week.
practice that?
You're just gonna cycle them out. You should have it on a scroll bar.
Oh, actually, you
That
can do
was so
scroll.
good. Just constantly going by.
Yeah, you can do scrolled words on Streamlabs OBS. So
There it is.
Oh.
There it
yep,
is.
I should do that.
You should do that.
But I just wanted to make a frame around my face because my name is so damn long.
Also, it's pretty good. Yes. Is that it? Are you good? Did you get everything?
Well, yeah, I think that's about all I really
Did you
need
get
to
past
say.
your name?
You got cleric and like 5 names.
That's right.
Okay, great.
That's all you need to know.
Hardliner, thank you for the sub. 29 months.
Hardliner,
The
the dopest.
We just
coolest.
got started.
I'm Andrew. I play Bubo, your favorite Quilier elf with a heart beast named Doomeril. And I also have many portraits of myself. I'm a ranger and a druid. And I'm awesome. Not really.
Picture, if you will.
Picture if you will, the most beautiful elf you've ever seen. Then times that by 2,000.
It's true.
That's pretty. I just envisioned it.
That is how most people describe me, as pretty.
Wow.
Hey, Anonymous Cheerer, thank you for gifting 5
Thank you,
subs.
Anonymous.
Holy crap,
Thank
thanks
you,
for
Anonymous.
Thank you.
And look at all of these gifted subs.
Wow.
Ooh, Anonymous gifted
Everything you
subs.
do, Tip, does go back into the studio. Last time I did a turnaround, I unplugged my camera, so I'm not going to do that again today. But just know the tavern is right across.
Also-
and so we appreciate y'all very much.
Quick question. Why is Danny at a -1?
I don't know. Let me fix
What
that.
happened?
I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Yeah, how does that happen?
Is that like an extra reroll
Do I
for us?
just owe a failure? That doesn't make sense.
And we're all zeroed out across the board. I just want to make sure that's
Yeah,
also
I don't think
accurate.
that's accurate.
I think that's pretty accurate.
Everything get used?
It might
Got a
be.
lot
Hasn't
used, yeah.
left.
I have 1 blessing written down.
You used a lot during that
Yeah, Nick and Chicken.
berserker round.
yeah.
I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
YouTube and see what the last thing was. on our
Okay.
screen. So I'll fix it if it's wrong.
Well, you do that. Start
The last episode isn't on YouTube.
yourself.
Yeah, Starheart.
You
yeah.
read it? Wait, yes it is. It is in mine, but not. I didn't publish it. That's what I forgot to do.
There.
I don't know what you just said.
We tried to look it up today.
Words.
We want to thank our sponsors.
Yeah,
we
well,
gotta
wait
introduce-
for Starheart.
We got to introduce Diva first.
It's okay. I'm not important.
Oh, that's not true. You're the mostest. I'm pretty, and you're most importantest.
I'm the mostest. So I'm Diva, and I play Starheart. She's the Starheartiest of all of us. She's not the clericist. I'm pretty sure the clericist is that one with the mostest. Wait, yeah, it is that way on the screen,
Other way.
right? Yeah, other way.
Other
That
way.
way.
That way
There
you
you
go.
go.
That way. Yeah, that one. Yeah. What is there to say about me other than I'm amazing? I'm basically the god of this entire universe. Not really, but if I'm drunk enough, I become the universe itself.
You live your truth, Starheart.
She's just fun. She's fun
Fight it.
and small. She's a gnome. If you're new,
She's a gnome. She's indeed a gnome. Yeah, you
A
never know.
gnome.
It's every night is
you
something.
never gnome.
hoping
Yes,
you
we do
actually
want to
said
thank our
that.
sponsors, Wormwood. Thank you for the wonderful.
We love your stuff.
We do love your stuff. There's a song about it and everything. But yeah, wonderful gaming accessories made out of quality products, handmade, beautiful, gorgeous dice towers, dice trays, dice vaults that hold my beautiful Steph Sharp dice.
Sharp,
Sharp, sharp.
That's
And
super sharp.
use the code Perception at checkout. You get free shipping for anything from Wormwood on their site, anywhere in the USA. So make sure you use that because hey, free shipping. That's pretty dope. I'm not certain. I think their Kickstarter is still going for the modular table. It might be
Maybe.
done now. I'm not sure, but you should check it out. Someone buy it so I can live vicariously through you. That said, we also have a partnership with Level Up Dice, who make luxury dice as well, made out of various. Basically, if you can think of a material, they probably made a die out of it. So make sure. Oh, it's going on for another month. Thank you, Grouper Gang. Much appreciated. Yeah, so those are our sponsors, and now we can talk about incentives. So this is how you can interact with our game tonight. This is the fun part. This is the part where you get to play with us. So for $5, you can give any of our players blessings. We are all currently fairly tapped, although I think Ryan's plugging in what is left. So a blessing is a D6 roll. It's a six-sided die that they can roll to add to damage, to checks, to anything, and whatever they choose to use them on. They block my DM rerolls, so I can't use them against any roll with that. $10 you can add to the pool of rerolls for our players, so they can you can either there's a community pool for all of them to pull from. That's just a generic $10 donation, but if you hashtag a player, it goes directly to that player, and then that's theirs to use whenever they like. For $15, you can give me DM rerolls, which allow me to reroll their good rolls. So if they get that nat 20, it goes pew pew bye bye.
Why do we even have that one? Really?
Because it's balance. Everything else helps you. I get one thing. For $25, you can drop a character of your choosing. You can describe this character and have them fall into the world. These can be allies, enemies, whatever you like. At $100, $100, when we hit that goal, a boss level monster will drop. At $200, we have something called Broaden Horizons, which now we're going to get the last couple that we missed recently, which allows our players to create something new in the universe. And these can be other characters existing, other places, plot points, really kind of anything to help kind of flesh out and spread out our world, giving them a modicum of control of what is going on around them outside of their normal character choices. Hey, thanks for delivering those emotes. Those are so cute.
Train.
Train.
Good job. Yeah, and then at $300, something cataclysmically bad happens, which tends to follow around our players no matter where they go. And then also tonight, anything past $250, we are starting to collect money. We're currently at $80 toward character art for all of our current players here on tonight's show. So we need to raise $650 before we can order all 5 of you.
I want to see a real pretty portrait of me.
Oh, and the artist will be doing that. That's Red Rum Queen, and you can see her stuff. Actually, she just did a commission, and you can see that in the Psalms Legacy thread in our Discord, and that is of Andy and Pup Pup.
Oh,
So cute.
I gotta look it up. I didn't know about that.
Precious.
It's adorable. He's
so
got a little
precious.
blep, and it's pretty awesome.
I can understand why I lost to Butt Putt. To Butt Butt.
But yeah.
Butt
Oh,
Butt.
yes.
Yeah.
Got a noggin.
Yeah.
A little too.
He's adorable.
We can also do a shout out to Sharp Steph making some dice for our cast as well.
Thanks for stuff. We didn't mean to pressure you to that. But we'll take it
Dude,
Wait, she's making dice for.
for all of us.
dude.
Wait,
She started on Justin, so Justin, she couldn't do camo, so she did like this deep green.
what?
Dude, it's so amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so make sure you go follow Sharp
That's
Steph
so
on
kind.
Instagram and Twitter.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Yes, Andy and Pup Pup.
Chirp,
Also, Danny, just for your knowledge, Quinn Rogue and Gerperkern are both getting Wormwood tables. So feel free to stock them for their Wormwood table knowledge.
Peanut butter and jealous.
Tell me
bro.
in the Discord what loadout you're getting. I mean, tell me here, but I'll forget. But tell me in the Discord what model you're getting, what
Yeah.
collection. I'm so
Now we know whose house we're gonna go stream at.
excuse me. All right, we're ready. We're here. We did it.
Let's do it.
Oh, did are we announcing what our Broadened Horizons were?
Oh, right. Yeah, let's do that. Now that we're at the top.
I have one written down from I have one written down from week 64. I don't know if I shared that ever.
I don't think you said it out loud, but I also have
Okay.
it.
I'll share that one later.
Okay. Do you want to share the other one now?
Oh, that's everyone else go first.
Well, there's only one other person because I think the rest of them have already been
Yeah, we already went.
established. Because you
Oh,
were here last week. Yeah.
I haven't heard everybody's.
Yeah, we told you before the stream.
I didn't know. I didn't hear Haley's.
Oh, right.
So Andre wants to become a vampire. That was Ryan's Broadened Horizons. And mine was, because I couldn't think of anything, and I'm so selfless, I was like, oh, we should find something that allows Andre to travel during the daylight without impediment of his being a vampire.
Oh, I like that.
Trash bag.
Ray-Bans, trash bag, he'll be all set.
Perfect.
Do you want to go, Andrew? Do you want me to go?
Oh, sure, I can. Yeah, sounds great.
The prettiest of the prettiest get to go first.
And mine, I think we settled on will be I will discover while we are in this beautiful underwater city, the ability to breathe underwater, to become one with animal nature underwater. Something like that. Something along those lines. Danny will flesh it out once we get there, but that's the idea.
Yeah, Danny's problem.
Yep. Danny's the master storyteller, not I. No, you're so good at it. Don't cry.
Oh,
Unless crying makes you better, then keep crying.
I don't know. Cool. Starlight.
Okay, so from some weeks back, 64. In my past, I was the artful dodger of a really bad thieving gang, where they were just all bad at. They were thieves, but they were all really, really bad. So that's gonna come back to bite me in the butt at some point. Just like that. And and my current Broadened Horizon is this is kind of helping me because I'm having some vocal distress. And so I am going to be going on a vow of silence to become closer to my own deity-ness. And I have requested a speaker to speak on behalf of she, the mighty, supreme, queenly Starheart.
He's going to give you an underwater creature that just goes. You're going to regret every word. It's like a genie. You should have
As
specified.
long as it rolls hotness is like the highest you can get, then I'm
It's
okay.
up to the
Like a
dice.
10.
I'm
Yeah.
so jealous, Kern. I'm gonna type it out for you
Walnut.
too. I want it so.
Walnut.
Diva, ask Danny if he heard any of your Broad Horizons.
Danny, did you hear any of my Horizon of Broads? Broad and Horizon?
Go on. No, what?
He's too busy looking at the black walnut medium table with black walnut.
We have a character drop already.
Wait,
Oh,
so
what did you
Danny. Oh, I'll tell you the character drop, but first, can I tell you my Broad and Horizon? It's this really nice walnut table. Okay, it's really
Really walnutty.
With the opposite of inspiration.
Walnut?
Just straight up punishment, or
Yeah, you just take health away. Just take hit points.
dead
Random turnip. Thanks for the donation. We have
Which
the
says
for the serious show. Yeah,
Oh.
go for it, Ryan.
Okay, cool. A capybara detective named Jeremy Irons, actively involved in the community, loves. Shush. Sorry.
Is that him right there?
my Google Home went hi.
Mine just went off too. You set mine off.
Capybara
too,
name's
but-
Jeremy Irons. I want to know if it'll set off another one.
I turned the
What
mic
set
off
it off?
already. Actively
Actively
involved in the
involved.
community, loves art films, fantastic dancer, and sounds a lot like Tom Waits.
His name
Not
is
Jeremy
Jeremy
Irons.
Irons, but he sounds like Tom Waits.
Oh, but Jeremy Irons is so cool.
Thank you, a random turnip. Oh, I can't do a
Tom
Jeremy
Waits.
Irons, so I'm actually kind of happy.
Who's yeah? What's Tom Waits?
Tom
What's
Waits is
Tom Waits?
what Heath Ledger
Why?
based his Joker off of.
Oh,
Wait, do you not know who Tom Waits is?
no, not a fan.
Oh, have you
I'm terrible
seen
with names.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs? That's probably the most recent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your pocket. Is that?
Oh,
That's
okay.
psycho.
I'm sure I know who it is.
Or, we could send you some music.
Oh, I know. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, have fun, Danny. Your problem.
Well, most things are. Let's go. Last week, you all finally left the Quailier Isles on a high note. Like everything kind of worked out for you over there. You did the thing. You walked away with a potentially very powerful gem that powered the basically the archipelago sort of barriers that would rise and fall on the whim of the islands themselves. So it's sort of the control. What? Oh yes. So you were able to complete that for Naya. Naya seems to once again be pleased with Bubo. Just the timing isn't correct right now for them to continue to move forward because she's got to hide while kind of the dust settles and the rest of the islands decide to make up their minds as to whether or not to drop the barriers on the other
Is she
island.
gone?
What?
Is she gone?
Not with you anymore, no. Because you all took your ships. So all three ships arrived on
I thought
at
you were
the
going
port.
to say
So
something.
you took the Sweetleaf 2, Setzer's ship came alongside you, as well as the ship of Pharaoh, the Quailem. So they've all come with you. Your old companions are now with you again. So Jeb and Tiny Toes and all of that, like they're all with you. Jeb is with you, actually. He jumped
He
off
came
the ship.
underwater with us.
Yeah, he came underwater with you guys, so he's currently with you.
He's the bone guy, right?
Yeah. So he just took a chain and jumped off the ship so that it would weigh him down. You came down to find essentially a cathedral that had sunken down from the original island, that had fallen at sort of a 45-degree angle into what was probably at the time hot molten lava, but has now since solidified into this rock formation,
Magma.
hugging the cathedral. And in front of it is a gigantic statue, basically from the ground all the way up to the tip of the cathedral, which is a tiefling on one side of its face and a quai on the other side of its face. Pardon me. You nearly... Oh, also on your way down there, you found that the black ship from many, many moons ago has been sunken in this specific spot.
Is this the ship with the people with the robes?
Yes. Yeah. So the cultist ship from way back when has been downed here, has been shipwrecked here. All the corpses of the cultists lay riddled on the seabed here, and most of them have been eaten up. This probably happened some time ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And when you attempted to reach the doors, the large statue began to activate. It pulled its massive sword from the ground, but Aura pulled out the Solite sword ignited it underwater with this sort of phosphorus type flame. And the human woman in white robes who stepped out of the door halted, deactivated the statue, and then said, "Yeah, welcome to Cleth's Folly." And that's exactly where we are. That's where we left off. So let us begin.
Just written this down.
Of course.
Excuse me, that was not part of my notes.
Delightful.
Okay.
Okay, well, she looks very ominous.
No, she looks friendly. And she could have killed us.
He could have killed us.
I know.
And who's
does
to
talking
oppose
work, by the way?
hospitality?
Is what working?
I said, does talking work, by the way, because we are underwater?
We've talked before underwater while having water breathing.
It's all right.
I don't remember.
It's abnormal, but in this moment, everyone is able to seemingly speak freely. You can recognize there's some sort of general enchantment on top of the thing happening with you, because she's also able to speak. She's walked straight out into the ocean underwater and just be like, "Hey, what's up?" So,
Well, after you.
All right.
portcullis. She points to the back and it just starts pulling all the way up. And the large doors that were initially behind the portcullis with the slat begin to open. These massive cathedral doors, and they swing more quickly than they probably would have when it was on land. And you realize that the bottoms of the doors had been slashed because of the settling of the building in order to accommodate it sliding while the building is at a 45-degree angle. The whole cathedral is like shifted to 45 degrees. So they've had to make cuts in order for these doors to still swing.
45 degrees toward us or 45 degrees away from us?
Away from you. So the only thing standing upright here is that statue that was protecting the front. Everything behind it, the entire cathedral is smashed. And you can see ruins kind of around you on either side of similar architecture, ancient Kwai architecture, but most of it has been long destroyed, long eroded. But this cathedral has been protected by magic to retain.
Diva, the statue that we're seeing is it's half Kwai, half tiefling statue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is weird because, the city would have sunk with just Kwai, and then the tieflings were created after that. So the timeline of the statue is weird.
Yeah.
And we know that the tieflings are ex-Kwai.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Are we close to the statue?
I wonder if that. Sorry, I have a thought with this. I wonder if it's signaling like a metamorphosis.
Possible.
Hard to say. But
Are we close to the
it is
statue?
odd because it would be post-dated to when that island fell, because the tieflings didn't exist when this place sank. So the fact that there is a massive statue there of a tiefling is curious.
Gotcha.
So she
Andrew?
gestures you inside. Sorry.
Andrew, yes?
Yes.
Are we close to the statue?
You are close. Yeah, you're close to its feet or knees, depending on how deep you are in the water. Jeb is right up, like, between the legs on the floor because he's still attached to that chain to weigh him down.
May I investigate for a possible Parn signature?
You may.
That's wonderful.
Hold on, guys. Before we get farther, I gotta see if this is a Parn statue or not, because it looks really good. So I've got to check.
It's either
Right.
commentary on equality or evolution.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So it's not a cut and dry Parn, but it is a Parnithius, which is an old Kwai surname from long ago. Coincidental. Nothing.
Oh, is it? But I don't know this coincidence. So guys, it's a Parnithius. There's got to be like a Kwai Parn. There's no other explanation. Not a single one.
I believe you completely. The science backs it up.
Makes sense.
Well, are you all
Anyway.
going to stand out there or swim or come inside?
I like your statue. It's beautiful. I'm coming inside.
We swim toward the door.
Yes.
Wonderful. Welcome. My name is Vorathia Cowell.
Is this the woman in white?
This is the woman in white.
Vorathia,
Of
thank
the
you.
Order of the White Waters of Luidwin.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, I was wondering about the white robes.
For now, you are welcome. Please, come inside. You carry the arm of the Starlight. We are at least, for now, on the same side, for it would not ignite if your intentions were not pure.
Oh.
The moment you step past the portcullis, it drops behind you. It slams, and Jeb has to, like, dart aside to not get crushed by it.
Did you say that it lights up if you have good intention?
Yeah, it won't ignite unless you're using it for a pure reason, is what she's just
Was it ignited?
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
we pulled it out and showed it to her.
Okay.
So there is an odd transition as you travel through the doors. You essentially just pass through a wall of water and find your feet on, cold, dry cathedral floor. So there's magic at the door threshold, pressing the ocean water out and against it. So once you're inside, you're able to see the cathedral sprawling out ahead of you, and it's so massive and so unsettling when you first start to adjust yourself. If you've ever been in a cathedral that is that large, it's already kind of hard to wrap your brain around the architecture. Now imagine it with all of the angles wrong, because the whole place is shifted in uneven directions. Yeah, so you get this sort of queasy feeling as you look up at it. You also notice as you look out, it along where a back wall would have been, it has been eaten and molten away from the lava many thousands of years ago. And it sprawls open into this sort of underwater cavernous thing, which is still dry, except for certain portions that have pillars of ocean water kind of driving through it. And you see that there are hundreds of tieflings walking up and down those areas further away, who have nets, and they just sort of they toss it to another one and they walk through the pillar in order to catch today's dinner. So it's more of the fish are swimming in these columns, and it's an easy grab for them to make their food, to collect kelp. They raise sea vegetation and stuff like that for this thing. But they're very far away. You're just kind of able to see that in the distance.
When we walked in here through that barrier, did I notice any other magical changes within myself, or is it just a pure barrier to hold the water back?
You don't feel anything, but as you're looking around in the west area of this building, this west sort of expanse, you do see a library, or several libraries, kind of like small nooks that have various books of the various gods. This is a cathedral dedicated to Luidwin. However, there are nooks for all of the other gods here, because Luidwin was not worship me only. So you do see a Hortiel nook. Are
we being summoned at the moment? What are we? We're just walking in.
She is walking forward with intensity, and
she's coming towards us.
She means for you to follow her.
I see.
Yes.
Observationally, I'd like to look around the room and see if any of the angles or any of the architecture reminds me at all of what I saw when I had that weird Starheart connection with Kelrek.
Kelrek? Oh, yeah. It does not. Okay, cool. Whereas all of these, even though everything is sort of twisted, you can clearly tell this was hewn by hand. The rest of this was hewn by nature. The place that you saw Kelrek in was just hewn by death and evil. The constructions would not exist on this plane. It would be impossible.
Okay.
Because of your description of us kind of feeling queasy, I rolled just for fun as a Constitution check, and Nitsa just starts kind of, and someone just threw his bag very anxiously and takes out the potion that he still had from Copper Forge for the spins potion. Helped him, on the circular system of Copper Forge, and quickly downs the spins medicine that he's been holding on for months now.
I love that. There's a bit of a tang. You have a feeling it's probably past its expiration date, but it does the trick.
Beard on a Batman, thank you for your donation of $25. Sorry, Danny, Bubo is going to have to find himself a Prometheus down here to meet all his self-love needs.
What?
Prometheus is down here. So.
No, I heard self-love needs.
Right. Yep. More statues.
More.
Oh, okay.
Because he loves himself. And he loves to look at himself.
Did Mebo make the trip down here or no?
He is still on the ship. The only person who came down with you is Jeb.
Yeah. was thinking that could be a lady friend for Mebo. But you can take it however you wish.
Arnithius could be a woman.
Yeah.
As you all are following, you're following this. Oh crap! I didn't say her name. You're following Varathia. Yeah, down this path. She's leading you towards the east portion of this cathedral. And the areas that you saw were also kind of branching off of the east side. The far back wall seems sort of sealed off from the general public. There's this like outcropping area that is closed off, and there's another set of doors there. But around those doors and around whatever that central building is just a bunch of openness. But as you're passing there, you see a large, furry humanoid mammal with a large sort of like box-shaped head, fur everywhere, actually quite adorable, large black eyes, very placid look on his face. And he's sort of investigating the walls and writing things down in his journal. And he looks to all of you. No, I never. That's not it. That's the very southern. Hold on. Fuck.
Mr. Pocket, we'll go with Old Man Waits. I haven't seen anyone like you down here before.
Now I know who that guy is.
Does he look like he might be able to tell me more about my godlike powers?
This
From many broad horizons ago.
Archaeologist type, like
Archaeologist?
some fluke archaeologist. So yeah, by some fluke, this creature managed to make it down here without dying, made it through the thing. Like maybe he has some sort of press pass or something. You don't know how he got past these gates, but he's just there, just taking notes, making sketches, just touching stuff, getting rubbings off of certain things.
I know what those are.
My name's Jeremy Irons. I'll walk with you for a minute. I'm very furry.
Yes, Miss Priscilla.
Oh, that's really good.
No, he's a capybara. Capybara. My favorite animal, by the way. So good tip. That's literally my favorite animal.
They're amazing.
I was very excited. I was like, how did you know? So now there's a sort of like three-toed mammalian humanoid archaeologist following you all around.
Mr. Irons, what are you? How'd you find yourself down here?
I'm what you might call an explorer. I like to find deep pockets. I called this one Mr. Pocket until they told me its real name.
Which is?
It's they all said it was called the Quai Boss was the original name of this island.
B-O-S?
B-A-S.
Oh, B-A-S. Quai Boss.
Oh, quite.
Would I have heard of that?
No.
Okay.
They don't share it in the histories anymore. And since you're all of a younger generation of Quai,
That's what I figured.
The island sank. They never talked.
Well, I don't believe you because, as you can see, I am Quai, and I've never heard of it, and it wasn't in my history books.
So therefore it doesn't exist? Where do you think you're standing?
In a place that is something, but not Quai Boss.
Have you, in your travels, I need to find my speaker soon. Have you stumbled upon any temples that have statues similar to this visage, where people worship, maybe throw flowers, gold, kiss it?
Well, there is a place where people worship here, throw flowers, more like kelp pollen, that sort of thing, but...
No, but does it look like me?
No.
A temple where people were... Okay, can you find one?
I'll do my best.
Fight for the red, Lord Notario.
Yes, Lord Notario.
Mr. Irons.
Yeah.
What kind of heart beast did the Quai Boss have?
Good question. Curious minds like mine. They used to have subterranean dwellers, mining beasts. They all lived in caves deep underground in the deep spire that this island used to be. They all died.
Oh, how dreadful.
Yeah.
Who lives here now?
Well, that would be the tieflings, they're called. And now,
Right.
currently, the the white waters of Luidwin have sort of taken over management for the time being.
I see.
I lean over to Andre and say, I've never seen this many tieflings before. I didn't even know that many of us were left.
That's a hell of a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, how are you feeling right now?
I'm all right. I had my mom and my dad and my cousins.
And they were tieflings.
They were tieflings,
too.
but I've just never seen so many.
Right. You didn't grow up here though, did you?
No, I was born on Captain Ashwood's ship.
A ship. You were born on a ship. Just like this ship has sunk in the water. I think maybe you may have been born in the water and brought aboard a ship. This sounds like a plausible explanation, Detective Starheart. I concur.
What's a detective?
Aura, as you're sort of kind of spilling your guts about all the feelings you're getting while being surrounded by a people that you did not know had this many numbers, a couple of tiefling children are kind of running around with roasted fish on a stick, and one of them hands you one because they've got 3, so they give you the extra, and then just continue to giggle and run away. They just assume you live here, of course.
I wouldn't eat that if I were you.
Why? It looks delicious.
I would eat it.
You don't know where it came from.
Here, obviously.
Those are children. Their hands are always dirty.
You're always dirty.
You're not wrong. Does this place look busy? Like lots of people? Is it crowded?
So looking around, you see there are various. There are hundreds of tieflings around, but they're not necessarily in this space. The cathedral space seems to have been mostly cleared out by the white waters of Luidwin. So you see white-robed figures kind of everywhere, although their robes are simpler. So you can assume that they are lower in the caste than the woman you were just talking to, Varathia. So she seems to be someone who is in charge. Whereas basically there is so much room for the rest of them to live. Like the volcanic rock has been like, as you're continuing to look, there is vegetation here. They've used that sort of rich volcanic soil, and they've managed to fix it down here. So they've got sunlight gems and stuff like that growing everything. But they're all further back. They're beyond that central building that was mentioned earlier.
Now, you said people are fishing in here. Are there like kiosks? Is this kind of like a bazaar looking place right now?
No, it seems to be more communal than that. So there are, just from just a blind glance, you can see 8 of these pillars, and they're maybe 15 feet wide. And it's just a pillar of ocean water. So, fish are just going about their business. It's still the ocean to them. And so anyone at any time can just come up and, sweep up tonight's dinner and then walk away. It's there for everyone to take.
Is there a drinking establishment?
Not the kind that Starheart would enjoy. You don't see any stills or anything.
I figure I'm running low.
Do the fish like run into the edges like it's running into glass of a cave?
Oh my god.
Quokkas are one of my favorites.
They're so freaking cute.
I love quokkas.
Thanks for the donation, Kayla.
Thank you very much. So
Michael Caine as the quokka. Don't know what that is. That's fine.
Jeremy Irons
They're the cutest
are
I'm gonna Google.
like this really
Google's my best
small
friend.
rodent. They're like a mix between a mouse and kind of like a kangaroo. They're a marsupial, and they live on Rottnest Island near Australia, and they're so cute, and they like to take selfies, and they smile. They actually smile.
They are
They're
adorable.
the best.
they got big fat cheeks.
That's what that is. I seen the meme before with the smiling selfie.
Yeah, they all look like this.
Yeah, they look like dogs when they eat bees. Like, it's like,
They eat bees.
Fat birds.
That big.
What's the demographic here?
What?
Rich, poor, young, old.
But he sounds like Bob Dylan.
they're varying ages. Because tieflings don't age in the same capacity as elves. Their lifespans are shorter. They can still live for a very long time, but not like the thousands of years untouched as the Quai can. When they were raised by Cleth, there were setbacks. So But yeah, there are plenty of tiefling children running around. You can see some tiefling elders also hanging back, but there doesn't seem to really be any sort of major like order, but there's also no disorder. It just seems like everyone's pretty peaceful here. They've found a way to live together in this place comfortably. Although you do see them sort of consistently casting side glances at the White Waters as they, are kind of pushing them out of their space. But even then, you can see them, like the people who live here, going up and giving them food and giving them some, like, some kelp vegetables, that kind of thing. So they're still warm and welcoming. But yeah, so the demographic is kind of age-wise all over the place, but attitude and as far as like it doesn't seem to be an economy.
Gotcha.
It seems to be a place to live.
Oh.
Are we still being ushered along?
Yeah, so she has now moved into so alongside the far east wall, there is a door that sort of opens up into this rounded off wall that you can see. So it's sort of like a half moon shaped room, and she opens that door and leaves it open behind her, but doesn't turn around.
Before we go through, I'd like to slink up next to Nitsuj, like right up behind him. Nitsuj.
Oh, yes.
Books, and I grab his chin and like pull his head around and I point at like all of the alcoves of books with the gods. Look, there's a Hortil one. Let's go. What are we waiting for?
I've never been so proud of you that I have been this day. But we have to follow her right now.
Wait, are you proud enough that you like maybe peed a little?
I'm just proud of you. Look, you showing me books.
Yep. I want to go read them. That's a first. You should also be proud of that.
Do I hear this?
Absolutely.
It depends how far away you are. I mean, I'm not quiet about it.
Okay, I hear.
I'm not loud either, but I'm not. It's just standard conversation.
I hear.
I'm happy of the journey that you have been on and the person that you're becoming in my eyes.
You're welcome.
We can read together.
So, shall we read books then?
Yes, but first, I think we need to follow her.
Right. Looks important.
Before we follow her, I'd like to kind of tug on Andre's shoulder.
Andre.
Yes.
Can you help me write a book?
To write a book?
Yeah. I want to write a book.
I can help you, yes. Are you... I don't mean to ask this, disparagingly, but are you not literate?
Well, Nitsuj likes books.
Oh, I see. Yes.
And honestly, I don't know.
Okay, that's a character choice, but okay.
I don't think I've canonically read anything in this world.
Okay.
I don't know if I have.
You should roll for it and see.
Have I read anything? Have I read?
The
Can you
journey
recall
of
me ever reading anything?
The journey of teaching Starheart how to read and or write begins.
You should roll a history check to see if roll a history check to see if in your past you have read anything.
If I've just
Okay, 9.
9. We'll say you can read.
Have poor penmanship.
You might have poor penmanship. You might have trouble writing. But Greyflower, taught you how to read the sides of wagons. So you knew which ones to rob and which ones to leave alone. So you'd leave alone medical supplies, but you would take things that said jeweler, that kind of thing. He taught you the right things.
He taught me the good words.
Andy and Pup go up a hill. They get a pail of water.
I would absolutely read an Indian Pup.
Indian Pup.
Little golden book of Andy and Pup.
It's gonna be a whole spin-off series, just Andy and Pup.
So yes,
I know the big words like money and gold
and thievery
and steal and drink. I know that one, and
Good.
I know ale, and I know beer, and I know pint. And I know.
A portly
I know.
tiefling swings out of the door that, oh gosh, why did I give her this name? Varathia just walked into. So he's just, this portly little tiefling, and he just pops his out and is like, hello, my name is Parnethius. I just thought you should know that she's waiting for you right now.
Dala? Hello, dear friend. Yeah, go John Rhys Davies with it.
Of course. We're so sorry to have kept her waiting.
Right.
Before I walk in, I put a hand on the door jamb and kind of look back at all the tieflings and kind of do a real quick scan, and then I go in.
Mm-hmm. You notice that some of them have noticed you, because obviously your garb is very different from their own. It's mostly, made from some sea mammal hides, that sort of thing. Nothing fancy. So you with this very well-adorned sort of armor look, they're just like, wow. Like the same kids who had the fish finally actually noticed you, and they're just like, you come into the room, and Parnethius leads you inside, and you realize he's working on a sculpture right now. He sees several sculptures, as a matter of fact. He is working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statues back to back, all standing in a row. And you realize that he's making statues of the 5 women that are now waiting for you inside of this room. Mm-hmm. One of them is Varathia Cowell. The other one is another tiefling. You also see a Quaikul, who is standing there with her owl ape heart beast. It's a snowy owl ape, so it's this very white, pale feathered and light furred creature. And you also see a halfling and a creature that probably none of you have bumped into before. It is small, but bigger than you, Andre and Starheart. It is sort of a crooked figure. It has a long nose and a pointy chin, pointy ears, but it has translucent skin. You can tell by looking at her that she is blind. And you can see through her skin. You can see she's unsettling to look at, but she has a very pleasant face, but it's hard to tell if she is smiling or if that is just the way her mouth is set as this particular type of creature.
She's my favorite.
You recognize her as a goblin. So in the world of Saul, goblins are subterranean and generally peaceful. They keep to themselves. They burrow. They evolved in caves, in sort of like deep underground cave systems, which is why they're blind. They've never had need for eyes, so they get around via echolocation, smell, touch. Like all of their other senses are heightened, but they cannot see. And they're all sitting in chairs facing you while Parnethius is working away, recording the history of the presence of these women in Cleth's Folly.
Can I really quickly make a request? That I would like to just keep an eye out for any tieflings that I think resemble Aura. In any way. Sure.
Do a perception check before you come through the door.
Okay. Like just in general, I want to just kind of be.
Nitsa, don't let me forget books.
No.
I might forget how to get to that place, so at least remember we came in through that door, and I don't know what else.
Did you see all the Hortiel section they had there?
Yeah, I saw the Hortiel section. That's where I want to go.
I'll go read Ludwin's, and you go read Hortiel's.
Yeah, but you said we can't do that right now, so don't let me forget.
Well, no, I won't forget. And yes, of course, I won't let you forget either.
Right. Thank you. That's
because now we can read together. I'm so happy.
Glad you're
friendship.
What is this place?
So they stand and they actually offer you their chairs. There are 5 of you. They've clearly been sitting, but they offer you the chance to sit.
Do my legs dangle?
They would, yes. These are all built for tiefling. So when the goblin was seated, she was having the same problem.
Are you sure?
Certainly. We've been sitting all day and all night for weeks and months.
You sound disappointed by that.
Why have you been sitting?
Well, we've been waiting. Someone was supposed to come and claim this one.
Claim what? What?
Oh.
Now, don't act foolish. You all know why you're here. Or if you don't, we might have to have words.
No, I apologize.
She was not what we expected her to look like, I think is the case.
Who are we looking at?
Well, I think right here is the soulite that we've been looking for.
No, you fool!
Oh.
We are the White Waters of Ludwin.
Oh.
Have
We
I
are the protectors of the Solites on this plane.
have I
Not
heard
no
of
fools.
have I heard of the White Waters?
You've met them.
No,
We
we.
attacked Andre and tried to drown
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not these specific women, by the way, but yes, someone. 3 of their
Uh,
were the ones who attacked you.
Yes. We come in peace. First of all,
He's right, what he said.
even Andre here.
We shall see, shan't we? But please, for the time being, make yourself at home. But by the end of the day, you will have to face the tasks
Of what?
of this temple. To gain access to the Solite is not an easy task. You only got through the door because you've already met at least the end of one.
How
An
did you know we were?
ordinarily hard to come by.
Wait, we met the end of a sawlight? The end, like her foot?
No, her hand. I point over to Aura.
Oh,
No, like the literal, like the end of being.
Right, when we found her in the tomb.
yeah,
Yes, I
remember.
suppose introductions should be in order. I am Varathia Cowell.
No, I'm Bubo.
Nice to meet you. This is Nessa Thrit, she says, pointing to the tiefling.
But when I said that, I like grabbed my feathered, my hand of, I forgot what you called it.
Mm-hmm.
Bubo.
The hand of the king.
Very impressive.
And I point from up there. It's me.
Yes, yes. I also come from up there. I don't live down here.
Now then, what are you doing
At the
here?
mercy of Drora Quare.
Huh?
She's allowing us to stay here for now.
Who?
Drora Quare.
Well, this doesn't look like a camp out or a party. May I ask why you're here?
Well, this cathedral belongs to Luitwin.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best place to hide a Solite, wouldn't you agree? Most people don't even think it exists.
I don't think anyone knows that you exist.
I do.
Well,
That's because you're here.
And what was Jorah's race?
So Drura Quea is
Drura.
the tiefling chief of this land. So she's the chief of Kles Folly or Quaibos, depending on what you would want to call it. This is Elise Rift. She points to the Quaikul with the owl ape heart beast. Celicia Grassweed, pointing to the halfling, and Togwas Sis. The goblin just grins at you all and just exposes these very sharp, very thin teeth, similar to like a deep sea fish.
Can you
It seems kindly, it's just unsettling.
Togwash, is it?
Togwas.
Togwas. It's very lovely. Excuse me.
She just goes.
I would like to say that back to her.
Because you speak Goblin.
I do now.
No, I don't.
Performance check.
Wait, do I?
Wait, do you? It's in your languages.
No. Oh, no.
No?
I speak Common, Gnomish, Thieves Can't, and I speak.
I mean, you can certainly try.
No, I think at one
Wait,
point
chicken.
I also spoke. I learned how to speak Giant. I think at some point
Mm-hmm. You did learn giant from Fel.
I learned Giant. Yeah. Okay. Can you repeat that sound
remember
again?
his name. Oh, I love that guy. Yeah. So performance check to see if you can repeat the sound that she just made. I think.
Well, I want to hear the sound to try to repeat the sound.
You also have to roll.
That's not how it.
Essentially, it's just a bark.
Okay, I'll perform and I'll check. Oh. Oh, wait, that wasn't a 14.
14? Yeah, decent enough. And she actually, you can kind of see her eyebrows going up. And again, it is very, she looks very similar to a deep sea fish because like her eyes, you realize there's no lids. She can't blink, They're similar to a fish's eyes, but so when her eyebrows like soften and raise, it just lifts her eyeballs along with it, and it's just. But you can tell that you've tried. No, not many people speak Goblin or even attempt to speak Goblin, so she's very pleased.
It's like I'm going to France.
Yeah. So you all are here.
I
Tell me
am.
why you're here.
I am Captain Orstone. This is Nitsage, Andre, and Starheart. We are here for the
And Bubo.
Yes, he
I already said my name.
So, we are here to collect and protect the Soullight.
collect and protect. Interesting. That's a very sweet gesture. Well, if you'd like, you can walk around for maybe 10 minutes, but the trials must begin, otherwise we must expel you from the premises.
There's other people taking the trials?
Some have tried.
Is there a practice test or a tutor?
My dear, no. The way this works is either you are worthy or you are not.
Oh, we're worthy.
That's
Is this a physical competition or a more a competition of the mind?
That would be telling.
Oh, this is a goodness competition. It's gonna check our goodness meter.
Yes. Well, does it count that we have points to that we were sent by gods?
I've heard that before.
Yes,
No
I'm sure.
offense.
I approve of us being here. So that's another god in our favor.
I have a question,
Shouldn't think about that.
Miss Varathia.
Yes.
Now, playing Cloak's advocate here, what gives you any desire to release the Soullight to us if we potentially complete
worthy.
these tasks? If she's already protected here?
She is guarded here for a very particular reason, and should you make it to the trials, you'll understand exactly what you're in for, and why she's here, and why we're here. We are the Hand of Luidwin.
Was my father Ludwin as well, or was that different in Copperforge? I don't remember.
I believe he would have been, unless... Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I actually have the packet open. Give me just a moment. Sorry. La 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 la. I want to say he was, but he could have also been... Could have been Laughlin. It might have been Laughlin. But actually, well, he was a healer, right? So probably Luidwin, actually. So yeah. That's a yes. He might dabble in both. Laughlin. Thank you, Karis. Karis has it. Yeah, so Laughlin, not Luidwin.
I'm fixing to do a Nitsage thing.
Real.
Thanks for
Now,
that.
yeah. Now we
I'll
have
get the PP map ready.
we have an item, and I don't know if it'll help our tasks or give us a leg up, or even have you five respectable ladies look at us in a more confident way. But and I reach in and I pull out Ludwin's amulet.
Mm-hmm.
So we have found this and we've kept it safe, knowing that the blessed Ludwin has been keeping an eye on us in our journeys.
She takes it in her hand. You found it here. You are indeed blessed. You may keep whatever you bring with you. We are not here to stop you. We are merely here to do our duty. I hope you understand.
Well, if it's the duty, then that's, yes, more understandable.
Makes sense. They're not going to let just anyone walk in here and.
And of course, like she was saying, it all will be revealed. So we have encountered many foes and tasks beforehand. I think we're ready.
The halfling speaks up. Oh, geez, where is she? So Nessa. Sorry, not Nessa.
Salisha.
Yes, Salisha. Thank you.
Salisha.
I sincerely hope that everything goes very well for you. I do, from the bottom of my heart. Now, we're known for being very strict in our particular profession. The White Waters are known for grace, but also for a significant lack of mercy. It's not that we enjoy smiting. It's just what we're here to do. We are the answer to the cultists, you see. We're necessary.
And so are we.
In fact, if you were to be topside right now, you'd find quite a few less cultists right now.
Is that so?
Yeah, they call us the smiters of the cultists topside.
We have freed the Quailen, and in exchange, they have slaughtered many a cultist.
When you say that, Nessa Thrit, the tiefling, she walks straight over to you. You speak true.
Yes. I hand her the letter that Pharaoh gave that when he said he was headed southward.
She takes your hands, both of them. She doesn't even read the letter. She can tell you're telling the truth the second you open your mouth. And she just sort of, she presses her forehead to yours till your horns sort of slightly like touch. And I don't know if you would know this as a very warm, very tiefling gesture because you haven't been so connected to your people.
I would not know that.
But yeah, so she just holds you there for a moment and doesn't speak much, but you can hear her sort of sniffle as she backs away from you. It's just, thank you. And she goes back. Varathia.
About 5 of your 10 minutes are up, so if you'd like to do anything before you must go through the doors, now's probably the time.
What race is Barathia?
She's a human.
Oh, human.
She's about 5'10", long auburn hair, otherwise fairly plain. But yeah, she looks like the most serious of the bunch. The rest of them actually kind of look and act sort of sweet. She seems like the hard ass who's been in this the longest amount of time.
Which one?
Varathia.
Yeah, the human.
Nitsa, should we unveil our mission? Should we let them know that we're here to destroy Gelrek?
I think,
Or you can chime in too. You're right here.
I think once we have the Sawlight, then maybe that mission will explain or answer itself.
Great. We have 5 minutes. Do you want to read books?
I mean,
Are you guys gonna supermarket dash the library in 5 minutes?
Maybe we can find something on how to be more prepared about what's in front of us.
Thank you all, and we will see you soon.
Get prepared. Where should we meet you at?
Doors in the center of the cathedral.
Yeah, of course.
We'll be there.
The big ones, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, can't miss those. Great. Just checking. To the library.
Yes,
right,
yeah. I follow Bubo real fast. I go, maybe we could have just asked them. No, they probably wouldn't have.
No, she's clearly not going to help us with anything.
But, okay, you go that way. I'll go this way.
Yeah, sounds good.
As you're walking by, you see Jeremy Irons being approached by another furry, very chubby-cheeked creature with a huge, just adorable smile on its face. And he's like, give me all your artifacts.
No, I don't want to give you my artifacts. I don't know they're mine.
No, man, just put them in the bag. What's the talk about doing?
That nailed it. Spot on.
So they're starting to get into a physical altercation, because Michael Caine, yeah.
Not you, Michael Caine. You're the worst.
No, man, just give me your fucking artifacts. And you just see this quokka-faced marsupial humanoid just jump on the capybara Jeremy Irons and just start basically beating the shit out of him and trying to take his stuff.
Oh.
He's like, he belongs in a museum.
So do you.
So do you.
Should we stop this?
You can. I want to read books.
Very well.
Make sure
You've
you
got
ask
5
them-
minutes.
Ask them if they know anything about the test.
Yeah,
Fine.
split them up and ask them about. Maybe that'll keep them busy.
I'm very half-heartedly pulling Michael Caine off of Jeremy, but definitely still looking like eyeing through the crowd, like searching, but so very only half focusing, trying to pull this adorable quokka.
Right. He's like he's not able to like choke him out, so he's just like kind of swinging. He's landing a couple of fists while you're paying attention elsewhere. But so you two towards the books. What exactly are each of you looking for? Because you do only have a couple of moments.
I am ultimately. I mean, I don't know if this is the spot for my horizons to be found, and whether or not that needs to be done now or can be done after, depending on what happens. So, since you have the foresight, you can either guide me to find that, or also to find something that helps us for the trials, if that be the case as well. Does that make sense?
Pull out your staff and do it indigo money.
Yeah, like, I mean, you have in your mind obviously what's up. So lead me towards whichever you think would be more practical for this moment.
I think you will find your wonderful Hortiel book.
Sounds good. Then I'll start checking the Hortiel section. Is it labeled?
Yeah, it has a symbol up on it.
Great.
The mountain with a sprout inside of it.
Arboretums.
I'm going to go to the Ludwin section. Maybe specifically in if it says anything about this city, about this cathedral itself, or any kind of book that I've never even really heard of before. And I want to cast detect magic as well too, and see if I can't find any magical books that might help in Starlight-esque style.
So Booba, we'll get to yours in a second.
Sure.
Nitsage, you, as soon as you cast detect magic, you're immediately drawn to this large tome, partially because of your spell, but just your sort of desperation of looking. You realize that on the spine of this very thick book is a silhouette of the spire of the cathedral that you're currently in. So you pull that from the shelf. And it's written in ancient Kwai, which of course you studied. It's an older language than what you speak, but it's completely legible to you. And you read about how this cathedral was the most direct connection to Luidwin, the goddess. This place was the central place. This was the place that people would travel from all over the world back when the Kwai Islands were willing to allow people to step there. And that was a very long time ago. And so because of that, it was always this revered place, and you're taking in a lot of information because, again, just yesterday you weren't sure this island ever even existed. So you're able to take this with you as far as you know if you wanted to try and steal it and take it out of here. But yeah, you do know that there are multiple levels of shrines within the center of this building. And some of them are not mapped here because they were meant for the highest order of the Luidwin's order, which is not the White Waters who you've just met. It's an older order that is not connected to them. These are sort of extremist is a poor word because they're not. I mean, you've met some that were on that edge, but these 5 seem to be a little bit more contained and just they know their purpose and that's what they're here to do. Were there more specific questions?
Something that might allude to the Starlight or any kind of task that people had to go through in the cathedral,
There are, so you kind of flip to the appendix really quick and find mentions of Sahlites. And you found that over the millennia, they've shown up maybe 12 times. Basically, any time a doom is going to appear. They are sent down by Sahlen in order to essentially warn the mortals and warn the gods and get them into action. And so the safest place to bring them at that time was this cathedral. So this is the place where they would be housed so that they could do their sort of oracular work and speak forth of like, hey, these are the truths of the universe, because anything that they say is 100% true. That plus they're there to heal, they're there to aid, they're there to do whatever they can until they are spent and they fall. But you also read that they haven't come here, and this book, of course, was written before this island sank, and they had not come to this island for a very long time. You found that the Sahlites often would land where they were most needed, or at least.
Does it say anything about how the Sahlites were used, or what people in the past had used the Sahlites for? And how they use their powers.
There is lots of flowery language surrounding that, so it's less specific. But a general recurring theme is that they are the light against the darkness. They are there to heal and protect and guard. But the light in the darkness phrase is the constant repeating motif for them. So anytime the word Sahlite isn't used, it is the light or something along those lines.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, and Bubo.
Naturally, I got to my section of the books faster than Nitsuj, but instead of him going straight towards the book, I just see a blurry. That's a word. We're going to use it, of books, and I have no idea like where to even start, and that tenses me up a little bit, and I just happen to like a kid cheating on his test, look over my shoulder and catch Nitsuj, and I can see that he had casted a spell and went straight towards a book, and it reminded me that I too have detect magic, so I would like to then cast that to see where it leads me.
Okay.
So with that information, you can take it.
So proud of you, Bubo.
Yeah. So you just. And you don't even like reach for the book itself. The book comes to you. Just yes. And you just hear a on the wind.
I love this guy. He's my favorite.
My favorite god so far.
He still reminds me, that voice just still reminds me of what Jafar turns into in the dungeon with Aladdin.
Mm-hmm. like a happy Merlin looking guy.
Yeah, like that spry old man that's just the big old grin.
Uh-huh.
Anywho,
so yeah, it's a much smaller tome than the one that was pulled for Nitsuj. It's a smaller book.
I'm slightly defeated by that fact.
Oh yes, it's a travel volume.
Yeah, it's a pamphlet.
Neil knows where paper comes from. He's trying to consider.
Sneaking suspicion that this may have been written by Hortiel while he was just maybe wandering the woods one day or something. Just like had an idea and was like, this might be useful, and just kind of boopity booped. So you flip open the book. And it seems to be like it is 100% written by Hortiel. And this is his very short sort of journal of his visit to the Kwai Island. So he's got, a mention on each island, just kind of things that he wrote down, took note of the things that he created himself, him and Luidwin working together to create the heart beasts, like these kinds of things that they did, things that he admired. He used to go cliff diving off of this particular island before it sank. Its sinking is not mentioned in the book. He's like, I got really sick of trying to breathe the water, and when you like turn that page, there's just kind of like a print outline drawn there, but shittily, like a poor elementary school kids like turkey. It's like one of those hands, but you see like there's like little arrows and like a little pumpkin that's drawn next to it, so further evidence that it was him.
He's like writing in the margins because he's bored.
Yeah, and he's just like, and here.
All right.
So, so you slam your hand there, and this green light just flashes across, like in this sort of horizontal ring across the entire cathedral, and everyone's like, "Wow!" They turn. Bubo's hair is like straight up.
What did you find?
And all
Nothing.
of a sudden, you breathe in once, and then as you're exhaling, you can feel yourself breathing in again. And they're sort of happening simultaneously. And you're not entirely certain what that means yet, but you seem to be consistently intaking air regardless. And you try to like hold your breath, and you cover both of like your nose and your mouth, and you're still breathing perfectly fine. Got like this sort of secondary magical respiratory system happening.
The magic of circular breathing.
Yes, I can play forever. All right, this is great. Can I put it in my sack as a souvenir?
Sure.
Okay. Are they going to get mad that I'm taking a book?
Who knows?
This is a Hortier book, though. He wrote it himself. If I see him again, I can get him to autograph it. I'm going to keep it.
Andre and Starheart, and Aura, actually, do the three of you have anything? Because we assume that, you're still holding down the fighting capybara. Are the three of you doing that, or is that just Aura and Andre?
What are you doing, Starheart?
I need help. I don't
He wants to come back to you?
I'm trying to think how I want to. Other people talk.
Okay. So, half-heartedly holding back this Quokka, and then trying to ask a passing by tiefling in Infernal, which is our language. Like, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you tell me, do you get many visitors down here?
Well, no, this is the first that I can remember. I've been down here about 1,400 years.
Oh, all right. Thank you, sir. What, 1,400? Are you one of the original tieflings?
But I don't like to brag.
Well, it's an honor to meet you.
Yes, I am.
It's an honor to meet you as well.
He's holding this Quokka.
I am Dougal. He's like, let me go.
Get your hands off of me.
I'm holding Jeremy irons.
Oh man, I hate that voice so much.
I'm Aura. It's so nice to meet you.
I'm Dul. It's a pleasure. Well, welcome to Quaibas.
Thank you. We'll be taking the trial soon, so if you have any words of advice, we'd appreciate it.
I do not
Okay.
take kindly to these visitors. They seem kindly, but we've had a few people come in and take their tests, and they do not come back out. So I wish you well. I wish you survival, but do what you must to survive.
Thank you.
And if you do survive, come back. You will be welcome.
Thank you. The tiefling here, do they follow Clef?
In equal measure, yes. We bless both of our mothers here.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Stop squirming.
I will not until you release me.
You promise to not hit him anymore.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
No, stop it, stop it.
Can you tell him he can't always get what he wants?
If you try,
Is roll for hotness valid? Hell yeah. Let's roll first for.
Can we roll for cuteness?
Yeah, I think for
of these
cuteness.
two,
Yeah.
like horrifically voiced, adorable beings.
Yeah.
All right, let's do. We'll do
Roll for
Jeremy Irons
snuggability.
first.
Snuggability.
He's a 7 in cuteness.
Pretty cute.
Yeah.
And then Michael Caine, the Bob Dylan Quokka, is a 1.
Ugly Quokka.
Okay,
Not like
but-
that's the fur missing.
Even not that great Quokka is still amazing.
It's like those gremlin
Just
puppies. They're
saying.
still ugly but cute.
No.
Okay, Danny, I got it.
Mm.
So I'm doing my own version of meditating. I'm sitting. I just plopped down wherever I was with near Aura and I almost said Ryan, Andre. And I just kind of plopped on the ground and I put my hands in my lap and I started saying, just talking to myself. Starheart, you can get through these tests because you're amazing and you're basically a goddess and a queen and princess and you're beautiful and everybody knows this, but sometimes they just need to see it. So what do other people do? Okay, so let's maybe I got it! I'm going to take a vow of silence.
As you start
No,
meditating.
don't talk to me, person.
Oh, that was you, DM person.
Stop DMing Denny.
So as you start taking your vow of silence, you just hear click, shing, click, shing.
Oh, sorry, that was me trying to just whisper to myself inaudibly. That wasn't
know.
me speaking in tongues. No, someone was asking.
Oh, yes. And you recognize it as the bony foot of Jeb, and then the bony foot of Jeb that has a chain wrapped around it as he approaches you.
Whoa! A vow of silence.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm going to make a vow of.
Do you need an interpreter while you're not talking anymore? I would
Yes.
be honored.
I need someone to communicate my thoughts because I need to become more in tune with myself so that I can channel my amazingness.
I am so ready for this.
Oh my gosh, can you please kneel? And then I stand up.
No.
No, if you're gonna, we need to do this right. I need you to
like-
kneel.
He's like, I've got no tendons. I'm.
He takes off his patella and drops it on the ground.
That's as good as you're gonna get.
Okay.
And then I reach up. Can I even, I can't reach his shoulder.
He'll lean
can I?
down so that your hand can reach his
Okay.
head.
I bestow upon you, Sir Jeb, the speaker of her royal amazingness, queen, princess, goddess, me.
Right. I'm your voice now. I'm the mouth of Starheart.
Yes.
He picks up his kneecap and like screws it back on.
Now make sure everyone falls in love with me too. That's the thing.
I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you, Jeb. I mean,
She said, "Thank you, Jeb."
Starheart, can you help us? Look, cute little animals, help us with this.
Yes, please.
She says, "Strangle them till they're dead."
That's not quite like her, but very well. Okay.
I'm shaking my head.
She's very upset that they're not dead already.
Jeb. I'm
Vow of
breaking,
silence.
I'm breaking my vow of silence to tell you I love little critters. I don't want to hurt.
Those are big critters that are trying to kill each other.
No. Okay, vow of silence resume.
Like, by the way, don't do this.
You can't come in and out of this. That's not how this works.
Don't tell me how to be my own god.
She says, "Don't tell me." Wait, she said that one.
Wait, Starheart, you're doing a vow of silence?
It's not a good time. We're about to go through a trial. What if they ask
You
you?
got a problem with that, Nitsage?
Jeb, what happened? What's the problem between us?
I think I was knighted. I don't really know.
Okay.
Starheart, what if they ask you to do a soliloquy as part of your test? Then what? With your vow of silence?
I will. To be or not to be, whether 'tis nobler in the
I thought you
mind-
took a vow of silence.
Of furious anger, and you will know my name is the Lord.
Oh, this is gonna go over well. Jeb, why do you have a chain wrapped around your ankle?
Oh no.
So
down
as
here.
you all are suffering in this situation, the doors open. Do you release Jeremy Irons and Michael Caine to their own devices?
I mean, I kind of like grab him by the shoulders and lift him up. It's like, right, we have something to do. Can I put you down and you'll not fight each other?
Yeah, I wish you would have put me. Wait. I wish you would have put me down to begin with.
Right. Sorry.
Thank you.
You behave. Behave.
No promises.
You know, something very historic is going to happen today, so I was eyes and ears open. Did you hear what I said?
No, I kind of chucked him just a little bit, just a little like.
I said something very historic might happen today, so keep both of your eyes and ears open.
Do you mean
artifacts?
And they just like immediately follow right behind you guys.
Oh, I don't know if you can come, but sure.
Yeah.
Sure, come along. Hey, Jeb,
Yeah.
why do you have a chain on your ankle?
Oh, that was to weigh me down from the ocean. I guess I don't.
Oh,
need
that's
it
right.
anymore, but
I forgot about that. I thought somebody was.
I technically stole it from the ship, so I
It's
should
fine. The ship
probably
will forgive you.
keep it.
Well, you're not really
said
going to
it
be
was a
able to
weapon.
bring it
I
back.
was worried.
He like unravels it around his legs. Whoosh, 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 whoosh,
Yeah.
whoosh.
It's like Ghost Rider now all of a sudden.
Let's hold that thought, Jeb. I
Ghost Rider,
don't
like-
know what we're going to be doing, but at least you're prepared.
If he's going to be. Oh, sorry. What?
Shall we?
So, if he's going to be Ghost Rider, he's at least got to be the Nicolas Cage version. Anywho, right. I thought it was somebody down here didn't like you. I got confused, forgot. Anyway, let's go.
I message Starheart in her brain and say, "You're not taking a vow of silence because of me, are you? Did I do something wrong?"
She says, "Oh."
It's in your. It's in your.
Wait, does it have to only be 25 words?
No. This is a cantrip. This is like it's kind of a
Like a
smaller.
sentence or two?
Yeah, sentence or two.
Okay.
Dear message, it's Starheart.
Still counting.
It's
I'm like looking at her right in the.
I'm right here.
no, it's because I think that I need to become more in tune with my meanness or my powers. So I figure maybe a vow of silence will show myself
That I'm dedicated to myself.
Makes sense.
And out loud I
can't even hear
say,
you.
"Well, good luck with that. I'll miss your voice."
Oh.
She
I say
says,
that out loud.
Yeah, I heard him, Jim. Thank you for helping her out.
I got it.
I'm proud of you. You're doing great.
Make sure she stays quiet and you help her the best way possible.
Oh, you got it.
Before we go in the door, I think I have it up already. I'll cast haste on myself.
Yep. Oh, that's a cool. That's a good
Nice.
idea.
Can you cast haste on other people?
Nope. Sorry.
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself.
Oh, I need to get that. Hey, can I have some of your armor, Nitsage?
I don't.
Can
I don't
you
know
share it?
How that works? No, doesn't work like that.
Ah, darn.
But whatever green thing you blasted out into the little library here.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. What did you get from that?
I don't know. I feel like I can breathe twice.
It's peculiar.
Okay.
Like I never stop breathing.
Everyone, we should go.
Yeah. We're walking.
Yes.
We're talking when walking.
So you go through the doors, and the five white waters are standing on either side of the doors, watching you go in. You're on the rim of essentially a very pure-looking pool. The water is light blue, seems to be emanating its own light. There's another door on the other end of the room, but the entirety of this portion of this sanctum is this pool. The doors close, but you're still able to hear Varathia's voice through magical means. She sort of beams it into the room. Good point, Beer on Batman. You're still hoarding DM powers.
Oh, son of a... Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a trial coming up, so...
Goodness.
It's not hoarding if I just keep honestly forgetting. Jeez.
Welcome, everyone. This is the purification pool and your first task.
The what?
The
Purification pool.
The pool,
Yes.
like for swimming or like a spa for relaxing?
Judgment. Get in.
I
Oh,
step in.
I look at Jeb, and I do that.
She wants to know, are we all getting naked?
nope.
I don't think that's necessary.
No, we've got these wetsuit things on anyway, right? The skins.
It's not necessary, but it's an option.
Nitsage gets super red in the face.
I think about it, and then
I'm just saying,
decide-
use your flesh while you got it, friends.
I just I push past Nitsage in his embarrassment, and I just go cannonball and just charge.
already inside it.
Starheart, Diva, we are wearing like swimsuit skins
Like neoprene
that we all have.
stuff?
Yeah, they're like super tight in our body. It helps us to
Okay.
swim faster. And better.
Okay, like a wetsuit kind
Yes.
of.
Yeah.
Okay,
You would have
cool.
them on as well. So everyone enters the pool.
Yes.
All right.
I enter it serenely.
So you sit there quietly, yeah, for a moment. The water is actually nice and warm, and it begins with a gentle touch. The glow seems to sort of soak into you.
This is like a spa.
And as you sort of are all kind of taking it in and looking at each other, your eyes all kind of haze over, almost as if steam was in this room. There is no steam. Your vision just gets clouded. You're suddenly each alone in your own sort of experience. You blink your eyes, and when you open them again, you're standing in various places. And we'll go down the line with each of you. Aura, your eyes open first to see Cleth standing before you.
I don't understand. What are you searching for?
I'm searching for nothing. You have done well for your people and the people of others. You've passed this test.
Thank
Take
you.
this with you. And he presses into your palm a small stone.
Thank you.
Andre, your eyes open to a flurry of darkness cutting across light. It is vicious and fast, and it continues to just kind of flitter across your vision. You see teeth, you see blood, you feel a growing hunger. You begin to feel ill. You also you shift to another place as you're trying to focus on these things that are flying around you, just red on top of black on top of white. The next thing you see when you close your eyes as wings flutter towards your face, you duck away. When you open them again, you see your mother. You see her standing facing Elish Basir. And you see her with open palm receiving the contract coin from him. Smile on her face. But you see something that Elish Basir does not see, and that is the knife that she holds behind her back. And that is what you see.
Wait, this is his mom? You said?
Yes. Nitsage, you open your eyes, and you see a whirlwind of your own choices. You see the first time you said yes to Kelrek, the several times that the dagger burst through your forearm, and you feel it again and again and again and again in sequence, and it's like your flesh just won't heal. And you also see all the pain you caused while you were figuring out your newfound powers. You see the giants that only came back halfway, the people on the field of battle that you ruined, the lives lost. And that is what you see. Bubo. When your eyes open, you're in the midst of war, but it isn't war as it is meant to be. You are not fighting the enemy. You are fighting the innocent of the enemy. General Rothwell, D20 TV, thank you for the raid. You're fighting the wives and children of the enemy. General Rothbow stands over your shoulder, barking orders. Yoshio at your side, both of you regretting it as you slice down person after person.
Innocent children and women?
Yep. It's pretty rough.
Okay. Yep.
And that is what you see. Starheart, your eyes open. It takes you a moment to get your bearings. When your eyes open, you seem to be surrounded by soft ridges. It's hard for you to understand what you're looking at. You have a sensation of rocking. You can hear the sounds of creaking wood and rattling metal as things roll wrong. You're in the dark, but you can see light is swinging back and forth. Eventually, you recognize this as a lantern hanging from the inside of a carriage. You look down at yourself, and all you see is blanket. And though you are small, your body stops short from where it is now. You look around, you look to your left, you look to your right. You see an older male gnome. You see an older female gnome. You hear the cries of battle. You hear swords, you hear fire, you hear flame, you hear the growl of a demon. The side of your carriage is smashed to bits. You see a demon standing there. You see a bright figure of light standing there, missing portions of its body. You see it trying to cast light upon others, trying to, even in its last moments of life, trying to save anything nearby. You look to your left, you see a corpse. You look to your right, you see another corpse. You see a dark figure slash at you. You see nothing. Your eyes open again, and you see that same white figure drain its light into your body. You close your eyes, and that is what you see. Now for consequences.
Consequences, as long as I'm rich.
But you are.
Well, good.
Can I just say, Danny, that was so unbelievably amazing. All of those.
Bro, that was a solid. It's a solid, dude.
Oh, is that?
Told you you were the
Andre,
coolest.
you take 21 radiant damage through your suffering. Your
It burns!
Cool.
I don't like it.
Mitsage. You take 31 points of radiant damage from the pool.
Ever spell.
The entire pool. Push it back.
And then Bubo.
Yeah. I don't like it.
22 points of radiant damage from the pool. The light
burns.
The light from the pool fades, and you're now able to see deeper into it. And you see those who have tried this trial and were less fortunate than you sinking at the bottom.
Is it?
Oh, sorry. What's that?
Oh, are we in water? Do we tell that we're in water, or is it like a magical presence? Like
It is water, but you can tell that it is affected by some form of magic, and you're assuming connected directly to a deity.
But I can breathe in it, right?
Oh yeah, if you're fully submerged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that the idea, or are we just kind of floating humdrum up top?
Yeah. It was kind of either or.
I was picturing like the Harry Potter thing where he goes under the water to get the egg.
The
I would say, yeah, when your eyes open again, you are completely submerged. And maybe that is how you discover those bodies. You open your eyes after your visions to see those corpses. And while everyone else might have taken a gasp and inhaled water and like, you start to inhale, and involuntarily your mouth shuts and your nose stops to take in air, but you're still able to breathe calmly underwater without thinking about it.
We still have,
the water
breathing.
Yeah.
But maybe it feels different.
Yes, mine is just, this is it's a me thing, guys. It's a me thing.
Yeah. So this is where you discover that something is different. Although if you already had water breathing on, maybe you can't tell the difference yet.
It's up to you how you want to play that. I mean, I don't mind it.
Yeah, you've had water breathing before, so I would say that this breathing is still happening out of sync with what you would normally be doing with water breathing. So you're starting to piece together what just happened to you.
Yeah.
The door opens into the second sanctum.
Can I look at my hands? Is the stone still there?
There is a stone in your hand.
Nitsich comes up out of the water and just like, that wasn't good. How did everyone else feel?
Did I? Oh, sorry.
I'm hurting. That was painful.
That was painful.
Experience.
Is that it? Are we done?
I don't think so. Clef came to me my vision and she said I passed.
What is that?
I didn't get a present.
No, I got pain and sorrow and suffering.
Yeah, I got ouch. I got a vision of me slaughtering innocent women and children. That's not fun. I hated it. It was dumb.
Do you need healing before we move on?
I feel awful.
I mean,
I'm injured, but I'm not hurt enough to be concerned with myself currently.
You need
yes, please.
Starheart, or Andre, can you heal?
Yeah, I'm gonna do just a baby heal.
Is it verbal?
No, it's touch.
Okay.
Is it heal?
Can we do like a Guardians of the Galaxy and all hold hands?
I heal you. I cure wounds. It's not a lot. I heal you for 7.
Who?
Nitsich.
You see that Jeb's left arm has completely dissolved.
Jeb, what did you see in there?
The pool's not good for you, bud.
I thought death would kind of mean that shit didn't matter anymore, but I guess I was wrong, huh? Anyway, moving on.
He doesn't say what he saw?
He doesn't say.
Danny, do I recognize the demon?
Yeah, you do. As you revisit that, you realize that you saw Kelrek.
Can I, and I DM'd you a question.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
That's a good question. I'm not going to answer you though.
You can't ask that out loud.
Oh, I'll ask a question. I was wondering if the Sahlen died when they poured the light into me. Is there any, I don't know what this would be. Is there any way I can try to remember if it makes some connection between my Starheart gem and this creature of light that I saw just now?
You know that it's a Sahlen because you've now seen a Sahlen before.
All right, I'm wondering specifically if the Starheart gem that's mine was caused by this specific Sahlen falling.
From your vision?
Yeah.
No.
I'm wondering if there's a correlation. Okay.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, 100% yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. So I do a connect to Starheart thing.
Yeah. So that Starheart gem that's been around your neck your entire life was the shell of that Sahlen when she came down.
And now fucking Kelrek has it up. I'm gonna kick him.
Seeing that
kick her,
it
sir.
still doesn't look too great, I'm gonna take off my amulet of Clef and put it on him.
What does it do again?
Just in case you go unconscious, it'll bring you back.
Is there a thing with this in the equipment?
Nope.
Oh,
Custom.
copy that.
I'll remember.
Yep.
Because Danny decides how many points it is that you get back.
I look at Jeb and do this.
She shrugs with 2 hands, but I have 1.
Yeah. Well, let's press on then.
I guess if we have to. That was not pleasant.
Berethia, is next task any easier? Is there a reason why some of us failed and some of us didn't?
Luidwin judges fairly all of us.
did a lot of good.
I don't feel like I failed anything.
Yeah, but Nitzig, you also, you did the book thing.
Yeah. Yes, I did. I did a lot of things.
And I did the general Rathbone stuff, so...
Ryan, did you get hurt? Did Andre get hurt?
Yes, I got hurt.
Okay.
But
Look at me.
I don't know.
Kelrick.
I want to look at Nitzig, and I just look at you imploringly, like I need to talk to you or just something, just like a look.
You, her, I think.
And then I do this like a.
Later, not now.
Good. Nitzig,
Yes.
Nitzig, I don't think we failed, even though we feel terribly. Did you see the bodies on the floor of the pool? I did.
Yes, we survived.
I believe they failed.
That's
So
fair.
We should move on.
Okay.
We might have had a lot to atone for, but we didn't have to atone for as much as they did.
Perhaps.
I believe the cleric has the clearest choice. The good outweighs the bad here, in this room.
What
Oh,
about the next one?
good.
A very long time ago, when Clote pulled down this island with his bare hand, not every soul was saved. Cleth could not bring all of the Quaibas back, nor could Clote claim them for himself. This next corridor is the Shadow Walk,
The what one?
the home of those who have no home.
Sorry, it's like real hard to hear you. It must be this pool.
Bubo, lost souls.
No, but like literally.
I know.
I can't-
So it's called the Shadow Walk. It's the place where the souls that could not be claimed by Clote nor by Cleth remain. So these are the dead Quai who had their souls had nowhere to go. They were trapped here.
Should have read more about what we're going to expect here.
That's what I thought you were doing in the library.
Well, it said it didn't. It was fine, but it didn't have any of this.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and get a hand on the daylight in a bottle just to have it kind of at the ready.
I'm gonna pull out the Solite sword again.
I
Sorry.
remove my amulet of Clote from my neck and I bring it and put it in front of me.
I will hold on to produced flame.
And I'll go ahead and orthil my hands too, and just be like,
And my other hand, I'll bring out the dagger and light it up.
Sure.
I meditate.
You enter a chamber that is
The penitent man.
It begins as a long corridor, and it widens out, larger than what was possible of what you saw in the center of this building. It seems to go forever in either direction. There's a new column about every 150 feet. There's a low mist on the ground, and there are hundreds of still tall shadows stretched between looking like tall, proud Quai, and their hairs wisping in the shadows, occasionally forming horn shapes and then falling back down to their backs, tails bursting out of them and then withdrawing back inside. They're in this horrible in-between space. The light here doesn't seem to be coming from anywhere, but it's also low-lying. It seems to be floating just above the fog. And even with that underlight, they have no detail. These are merely shadows. None of them are moving. They're not perusing, they're not looking around, they're not walking or pacing. They are all just standing still, and they are scattered. You see a brighter light, a glimmer, directly ahead of you, but it seems to be impossibly far away.
Shall we just keep walking and minding our own business?
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
It doesn't?
They're scattered.
I
They've just been left down here.
feel like as soon as we make a noise or get anywhere close to any of them, that's it.
I mean, we're talking now and nothing seems to be happening.
But they're stuck here. They're in purgatory. This is awful.
What do we have to do we have to navigate this?
What are we supposed to do?
The door behind you slams shut. And as still as they were a moment ago, they seem to be carrying on whatever lives they might have had before. Taking on menial tasks. Some of them may be fishing, some of them hunting, some of them walking. But all sort of in place. They maybe make it 10 spaces before flickering back to where they began.
Okay.
Can I try something?
What do you want to try?
Hang on, where are you?
Vow of silence. She can't tell us.
Wait, where is it? Oh, it's called... Can I try to send a message to one of them?
Sure.
Like just I don't know if that'll reach them. Is there any particular one that stands out to me?
There's
Or
one...
that I would gravitate to?
Maybe probably the closest one that you can see you can start to read that silhouette a little bit better, 25 feet away, diagonally to your right, ahead of you. One of the figures, unlike a lot of the other ones that seem to be either like fighting or shooting arrows or, fishing, something like active, this person seems to be leaning down as if speaking to a child and then standing back up. And this sort of repeats and cycles a few times. He seems to be one of the least threatening figures in the general area.
Okay, so I'm gonna send a message to this person.
Mhm.
And say,
Hello, my name is Starheart. Who are you? I don't know you, but I love you. Bye.
Send me home is all you hear in your head.
Interesting.
What did he say?
What happened?
he said send me home.
No
But
vow of
he-
silence?
He was crying.
Oh, I got this. He said, send me home. Oh, sorry. Fuck, which one? This one.
I need this back.
Sorry. Sad. He's very sad. He's crying, upset. Mrr.
One of them or all of them? Is that the task in this room? Do we have to send them all home? What if we bother them? What if we upset them?
I would like to sit down and pray to my god.
Mm-hmm.
I ask a question. Claude, do I have the power within me as a cleric of you to set these people at rest?
Send them home.
Understood. I walk up to one of them, and I cast Spare the Dying.
How many are in here?
Hundreds, he said.
Hundreds?
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Can you do that for all of them?
I don't know.
You... actually... let's do... Roll me a d20. This is for my brain.
All right. 18.
You go up to touch him?
I put my hand on my medallion and I put the medallion against them.
You place the medallion on... is it the same one that Starheart was speaking with?
Sure.
Okay. So you go up to that one, and you wait until he goes from his kneeling position back up to his standing position. You press the Eye of Clout into his chest. You cast Spare the Dying.
Go home, my friend.
It pulls you in just a little bit as this shadow begins to solidify. and from the chest outward, it begins to grow. The shadow becomes fabric. The shadow becomes flesh. The shadow becomes a person. And what was more Kwai defined, as this continues, the ears get a little bit longer. You see horns begin to sprout from the head, and you have now before you a tiefling.
Huh.
I go to another, and I do the same thing.
Okay, roll me a d20.
Never mind, you hang on to that.
Come on.
Can you keep this up? There's hundreds in here.
This is a cantrip. I can do this all day.
Oh, that's good.
What'd you get?
Two.
So as you approach the secondary one, this was maybe one of the hunters. You, it doesn't speak out loud. You only heard the shrieks in your mind, but the second you reach out to touch it, that contact, the flicker just jagged all the way through the figure, from like the foot all the way up to the face, just everything splits, and it begins to spread wide and hunch, its head pushing forward, but still no more definition other than these shifts in shape of the silhouette. And you hear, for the first time, a sound from these. All of you hear it, and you just hear a
Uh-oh.
and it reaches out.
No!
Wrong one.
Everyone please make a dexterity saving throw.
Gee. Oh boy.
That's not. No, I
It's,
should have thought.
it's probably been past a minute, right? Since we got in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Why?
Because my haste is gone. That's okay. Still did fine.
15 for Starheart.
Okay.
Can I use a group reroll?
Yep.
Yeah.
16 for me.
I'm gonna use a group reroll.
24.
Before?
I think I'll reuse one too because I got a 10 on that first roll.
Well, you're doing better than I am, pal.
Oh.
Not 4 more.
Okay.
I got
that's
an 8.
16 now.
All right.
8 for Nitsage.
Ugh, buddy.
Okay.
He's wearing the kiss of Clef. If that helps at all.
It might. We'll see.
Okay.
Come on. Come
that is going to be. Wait. Yeah.
Wait for it.
So the figure, like the shadows, splinter out into shards in this radius, reaching all of you, and you take 24 necrotic damage. And as soon as it is done, it snaps back and continues its repeating pattern. And Andre, you look at yourself, and you see, as you look at yourself, there is a light sort of glow to yourself. No one else has this at the moment.
Please don't touch him anymore.
Do we all take that damage?
No, the rest of you rolled high enough. Sorry, Starheart, you also take that damage.
24.
Too close.
24 necrotic. Yeah.
Well, what was wrong with that one? Why didn't it work?
It's possible that needs to be someone who follows death.
Andre's glowing. Andre's the one that's glowing.
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody else touch him. I can't even do that. I got frostbite. That doesn't work.
I very cautiously go up to the same one that Starheart did. Starheart, please, back up. So everyone, back away. Find something that you can be a shelter to.
Is there anything to hide behind?
There are pillars every 150 feet, and it seems to be these shadows do not bother you unless you bother them. They're lost in their own personal hells.
I stand next to the one who Audrey brought back.
It's now a tiefling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tiefling father.
I cast guidance on myself before I get any closer. I'm just kind of like scared now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but then cast guidance and just like ground myself. I try again.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
18.
This one, much as before, becomes another tiefling. You are still the only person glowing.
Huh.
It seems your suspicion is correct.
If you don't mind, can someone just maybe heal me? Because I might be one of these echoes fairly soon if something else happens.
I go up to Nitsich and I cast Cure Wounds again, but a better one.
Danny.
You know, the good one.
One of the abilities that you gave me in one of the Brighten Horizons is I can sense good and evil just inherently.
Yes.
Does any of these register as evil?
They all register as perfectly neutral.
I gave you as much
have
healing as I gave you as much healing as I could for that spell. It maxed out. So 18 health for you, please.
I would
Or
love
did they freeze?
Frozen.
No, we can hear you, but
Oh, okay.
they were
You're in this
frozen.
perfectly stunned, like frozen. Yeah, Justin, you were like, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, you're
So
coming back.
I wander back over to everyone in the group. Sorry, if you had something to say. No?
Oh, 18 health for Nitsich.
Copy.
I wander back over, and I still glowing. I feel them all, and they are not evil, and they don't register as good to me either. And I don't know if it's only me that can do this.
Andre,
Yes.
death is neutral.
Yes, but in all senses, passing along is not a bad thing. It's just a step in the journey. And I feel like these people just never got the chance to decide their fates. And perhaps it's more about letting them decide than anything else. I could do this all day and bring people through, but I think we all must bring something here to help someone else pass on.
Oh.
I can do this with my god's permission, but I think that we all have to offer something.
I see.
Can I try it again?
I think with the right determination, you might be able to succeed.
I'm going to go crawl and kind of slouch down next behind a pillar, whoever specter that she is talking to.
And as you start walking away, I cast guidance on you.
On me?
Yes.
Oh,
And
bless.
then I will. Are you sure, Starheart? You saw what happened last time.
I would do this one at a time.
So her next?
Whoever's going to try, at least let one of our clerics, me and Starheart, cast guidance on you.
I mean, I don't have the ability, so I'm not going to do it.
No,
Maybe-
I think we all must have something to give.
Maybe we should ask you.
And I look to the tiefling.
I just want to see my daughter. Have you seen her?
Oh,
I'm afraid that it might have been some time since your daughter was here.
He looks around, actually taking in the room for the first time. I see.
Do you?
Do you
Sure? Sorry.
go ahead. No silence.
You got some glasses you could give the kid? Do you
She
see?
said,
Her.
do you? Yes.
Here.
He just looks around and sees exactly what you all see, which is nothing but silhouettes and shadow. He has no idea. He touches his own face for a second and realizes like his skin is different. And he realizes something's pulling his head back, and he finds his horns. Oh.
You're not quite as you were before, but you're back.
Oh. Right.
I run up to him, and I kind of do it like I was about to hug him, and then I pause, and then I do it anyway.
He
I
lets
can go up to to maybe one of the ones that looks part tiefling, and with the dagger in one hand, and with the stone that Clef gave me in the other. Choose your path.
You're speaking to the shadow?
Yeah, and I'm like offering, like with the dagger in one hand and the stone in the other.
The stone, the second it touches the flickering shadow of this being, it illuminates with this deep purple light, finds the center of its body. The knife is pulled from your hand, burning, goes through its heart, knocking the stone just to the ground, not harming it. But that shadow just flips away. And now, Laura, you look down at your hands, and you have a slight glow to yourself as well.
Seems like that one wanted to pass.
Yes.
The dagger. I gave him a choice.
I'm gonna yell out to Barathia. We have a new tiefling in here.
2.
Very well.
2.
Yeah, 2 are brought back.
Oh.
2 brought back. I thought that
Yeah,
one.
Andre did 2 in a row.
Oh.
It's just it didn't change anything for the group. So as you say those words aloud, a sort of light just starts at the tip of their horns, and just as it lowers, they begin to disappear until the light touches the mist, and they're both gone. And Starheart, you're left sort of hugging nothing. Your arms come together as he goes.
I don't have a clue. Bubo?
Oh, I can't do anything like that.
But you are connected to a god who might be able
Yeah,
to...
I've got a staff. What do you want me to do? Poke one of them?
No. Be... empathetic.
Yeah, I'm sorry they're dead. Or not dead. Whatever they are.
Yeah, I understand that.
Bubo?
This guy's got me.
Maybe somehow find a soldier-looking one and give him a choice like you didn't have when your commander made you do things. I don't know.
I gotta go talk to one of the spirits. One of the floating shadows.
Do you have something that represents your time in the military, and then perhaps the other choice could be your staff of Hortiel?
No. Let me see what I've got in my bag.
You have the book? The book that you just
yeah, it's written
to.
It's written by Hortiel. I'm keeping that. It's a souvenir.
Perhaps maybe an award or a pin that you got. Maybe
I'm not giving this up.
No. Something that you got from war. Something that you were accommodated with. Perhaps.
Just a symbol, Bubo.
Yeah, it's your life before a bounty hunter, when you were still doing the terrible things.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't have anything.
I do this like.
Okay, breaking vow of silence for just a moment. Just a sec. Bubo, maybe you could offer a part of you? Like one
I left
of
my
your...
portraits on the ship.
Well, damn.
Yep, I
Have
literally
any stickers.
have nothing.
Bubo.
I can write my autograph on a piece of paper.
No, nothing that surface level, something deep, something that means something to your soul.
Vow of silence resumed.
Well, what was the stone that you had from Clef?
Yeah, I didn't get you were given that in the pool. I didn't get anything. I just saw horrible violence that I did.
You gave what was her name? Oh my Lanta. Naya. You gave Naya a ring. Did she ever give you anything?
Yeah, happiness.
Something physical.
Oh.
She would have given you a token of her house.
Sorry,
something from the Earway clan.
Let me peruse my notes. Maybe I've got.
Sure.
It'll be fun.
Goodness, I am having a trouble.
Listen,
Yes.
you have my amulet of Clef, and you have your hands of Portiel.
But well,
Something that means something to your soul. That gives you life.
all these are tools, though. I mean, I don't know how to give my hands. All right. Well, I mean, if I take one more of those hits, I am kaput.
Perhaps this is for you. You've touched death a different way than they have. Maybe it's something you can bring to them.
I mean, I used to be able to resurrect, but that's nothing but pain now, and...
But maybe you can offer them something from that pain. The understanding of death?
Understanding of death. Andre, I have a diary cloaked in the bag of holding. Were we saving that?
It's our ticket to the underworld, yes.
Yes, that is important. I will circle that.
I don't think I still have my stone. They didn't take anything from me.
Should I offer up the stone as well?
Perhaps, but I don't know if it would mean as much coming from you because Clef is not your god.
Right.
What if you held...
Oh, okay. I will take Ludwin's amulet back out. And what's in this?
Perhaps light your Hortiel hand. I gave them the choice between life and death.
Right.
And chose to move on.
These are both life givers. Hortiel and Ludwin are both life givers. What can I give that is not a life giver? Wait, you got your dagger back?
This is my Hardic dagger. Yeah, I've had it.
But you got it back after you...
Yeah, I stole it from Starheart. It was a whole thing.
Right. No, but I mean, you got it back, as in, like, you gave the choice, in that we saw the dagger go through the body.
Right, I was able to just pick up my dagger, right? It didn't disappear.
Yeah, no, your dagger's fine, the stone is fine.
I have both of my items.
Okay. I'm going to take out the knife of Hortiel, which was supposed to be used to kill Kelrek. Okay, and I'm gonna go and look for like a scholar-looking one.
Sure. You see one of the shadows just kind of and flickering back and forth between that sort of...
He's in the thinker's pose.
Yep. He looks pensive.
Hey, Mitsuj.
Is there a bunch of ropes in the middle of the room?
Mitsuj, that one looks like a nerd.
I know, that's why I'm going toward it.
Go talk to that one.
Okay. I kind of want to look around the room to see if I see any kind of writing or anything that might allude to what's going on in this room as well too. And I do have my trait still up to speak to read any language.
Sure. You see sort of like hieroglyph on one of the pillars. There's a dividing line. One side you see basically a outline isn't the right word, but similar to a stick figure. You see a figure with a body, a couple of horns. On the other side, you see a silhouette being pulled downward.
So either they're going to die or they're going to become tieflings. Sorry, I'm just reading what that kind of insinuates. I don't know how these... Well, you know what? You only live once, right? Or twice, depending on who you know. Okay. I go up to the Kwai, and I offer up the knife of Hortio and the Ludwin amulet.
As soon as you press the shadow, the amulet glows with a brilliant white light. It's so bright that you, for a moment, have to avert your gaze to avoid damage. And before you see standing another tiefling. And then almost as soon as he is standing there and taking in his surroundings, a white light sort of takes him as Barathia removes him from the
Engage.
Do I still have the amulet, or did
Energize, thank you very much.
Did
Star Wars, thank you very much.
Did it take the amulet?
What's that?
Did it take the amulet with it?
Nope.
Oh.
Wait, you got to keep your stuff?
Yeah, my stuff's still here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd start taking out everything.
You have a light glow as well.
Oh, that's a first.
All right. Guys, I think I figured it out. Because I have no idea how to handle this one. So you can tell me if I'm on the right track. I've got my staff from Hortiel that clearly is all about giving life. And I've got Devil's Tongue, which is my bow that has been with me since the beginning. Which, like you mentioned, has been with me through the atrocities.
Maybe find a specter who looks like a good fighter, maybe?
Or a hunter.
Okay, so not a nerd one?
No,
Not your type.
We can help you look.
Yeah, let me know if you see one.
Perception?
Yeah, you easily see one.
Okay.
There's been one dead ahead of you about 150 feet away who's been going into like a kneeling archery pose and standing back up again, just consistently cycling that motion.
Found him.
I touch Bubo and cast guidance on him.
Thank you, sir. My things. I bow
20 for
and
me.
present them.
Yeah. Roll a
Like
D20
super
for me.
dramatic. What did you want? Did you say something?
Yes, roll a D20 for me, please.
Copy. With guidance is a D4.
Yeah.
We are sitting at a 14.
Wonderful. So as soon as you hold out your two items, the shadow grips your bow, draws a shadow arrow, and as soon as that arrow is released, he flickers across ahead of the arrow as it's releasing, and he is himself standing there as he shoots himself in flame and disappears. And your bow clatters to the ground, and you're able to pick that back up.
Whoa.
And Bubo now has a light glow to yourself. Something else, as you've been in this room, even though you've been concerned about all of these other things around you, you realize that those thoughts, those moments that you were sort of tormented with in the pool, you no longer feel their weight. It was as if they were cauterizing those moments, burning them out of you to make you feel lighter.
As if you're being purified in the pool.
Interesting.
Guys, I feel pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're glowing. That's a good sign.
You're glowing.
You see Jeb oh no.
What's up, buddy?
Chain in one hand, and he unscrews his leg in the other hand.
Buddy.
Okay, here goes. And he just runs up. He finds the skinniest looking shadow that's there. Fuck.
Oh no.
So he offers up the chain. He swings it there, and as he's like and and you just see, just as before, where all of those spines just shoot out. You see his bones are just slice. So his the leg he was standing on is gone. His skull just sort of rolls to the ground. He's not gone, but his body is obliterated. He's just a skull now. And that creature is still standing.
I pick up the skull.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, Jeb.
Easy come, easy go, I guess.
Can I try to put him back together?
There's nothing to put back
Why don't we
together.
put you in the bag of holding for now? I think you'll be fine in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I've been in worse places. No, yeah, I'll stick around and chat for a bit. Here,
He's got a little bit of hair left. He's like, just tie that to your belt. He gestures with nothing. He like rolls his head so his hair's flipping around.
I'm cradling his skull.
Thanks, buddy. But it looks like you and I are the only two that aren't glowing yet.
Yeah, how do we fix that?
Guys.
Starheart, I know you have your own glow, but perhaps you could borrow this one. And I hand her the daylight in a bottle.
I pull out I guess I would have to put the solid sword back in the bag of holding for now. I pull back out the solid sword and give it here. I think you're worthy of this.
I look at Jeb.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well. Wherever your jibes now, etc.
No. Starlight, you can even give them the choice of
Me or Burning Light?
Life giver and then death. You're kind of death, right?
Oh, that's boss. Thanks.
I'm wondering if I can do it in a weird Starheart way. If I have Jeb's that's death. And then if I can blow a kiss as life. Does that work?
So not the solid sword?
You could certainly try.
Well, I'm wondering if it has to be something from me personally. Like if it has to be something.
Well, the solid sword is something that you pulled.
Oh, it's just in the bag of. Okay, I do.
No, I'm holding
He's
it
handing
out.
it to you.
Okay, I grab.
Okay.
You have a flaming white holy sword and
So I
Jeb's
have the sword.
face.
And then I have the, I guess the skull. I guess Jeb. Okay. And is there any that looks tiny, like a child or?
There are a few.
Young. Yes. I go to one of them.
So you offer up both the sword and the skull, and the sword is pulled from your hand as it the flame, what would with all the other weapons has sliced the shadows into nothingness. This cuts the darkness away, and standing before you is a young tiefling child.
Does she happen to look like the other one?
Like
the father?
The father? There's a passing resemblance.
Please,
The light drops down upon her, and she disappears from in front of you. You have a light glow about yourself. The sword returns to your hand. And it's, for its size, it is incredibly light.
I was going to say, can I even hold it?
Yeah, no, it's massive. But yeah, in your hands, it's like nothing. It's like a dagger almost.
I've seen you.
Having been involved in this sort of ritual, you see that there is the tiniest of glimmers around his cranium.
Can it be from his eye sockets? Like just like
this little pinpoints in the middle.
I've seen you glow like this before, Starheart.
What? I mean,
when you came out of the tomb,
what?
When you came out of the tomb of the starlight, of the starlight. You were glowing as you were now.
Now that you all have light around you, the mist begins to repel from your bodies. And the shadows that were here, you realize they're not being blown away, but the mist is what allowed them to be visible. So the room begins to clear. You're now in a vast, empty space. The next door is ahead of you.
Oh, of course, there's another one.
You're still not done?
Not yet.
But at least we passed this one too.
Let's continue then.
I feel good though. This, I feel like better.
You do?
Yeah.
We just helped people.
We did.
I got better.
There's something to be said about helping someone pass on to another life. It's rewarding in its own way.
Well, it's different. We brought people out of their situation as well, and even when I was resurrecting people, it still felt like it was taking a toll. And this felt good.
I've only ever used my blade to take life. I've never offered it to give life.
Well, we're all learning new things. Shall we pass on to the next door while we still feel this good?
Of course. Yep.
So you work your way down. It takes you several minutes to get to the other side of this massive space. And again, it is impossible that this exists within the cathedral that you were just in, but somehow it does. When you get to the opposite door, you open it, and it opens into a room that is completely and perfectly circular. And whereas a lot of the rest of the building and even this area was slightly tilted, this place has been perfectly preserved and protected. Every angle is perfect. There's no nicks or notches anywhere in this place. Everything is beautiful marble. In the center of the room, there is a ribbon of a waterfall. There is no contact point. It's just a ribbon of water coming from the top of this massive domed structure through the floor. And it's silent, but you can see the water running. In the center of the water, you see a female figure, glowing white, completely submerged within this waterfall. The water is passing over her. Her eyes are closed, and she's leaning down. At the foot of the waterfall, where the water falls through the floor, you see 5 figures all robed in white facing you. You obviously recognize them as Varathia, Nessa, Elise, Cilicia, and Togwas. Varathia steps forward. This is the place where the Starlight has been kept safe. She has been waiting for someone like yourselves to arm yourselves against the enemy. There is but one task left, and that is to strike us down.
What?
Say this with no malice. Our duty is to die before anyone gets near the Starlight, but you have our blessing. We will fight with everything we have. We will stop you at all costs. It is our duty, but know that our hearts do not wish you to fail. Best of luck to you.
Wall of fire. Boom. Wall of fire around us immediately.
Okay, so encircling yourselves?
Yes.
All right, and that's where we're going to end this week.
Like half an hour. We have half an hour.
We don't have time, trust me.
We don't have time for all, 4 or 5 of them?
Well done. 2 out of the 3 trials. Well done, everybody.
Can I have a conversation? Can we talk in the wall of fire?
Yeah, if you'd like to. You have moments to wait.
Well, the wall of fire was going to... Hopefully it was a surprise attack. Get out first, so we could do anything to prepare ourselves before that happens.
Well,
it's like a fire huddle up, right?
Fire huddle.
I would definitely cast the fire outside of the ring, yeah.
No. Like the 5 women are outside the ring, and us and the Solid are in the ring. Copy that.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not.
No, not the Sahlen.
No. We're
Sahlen is
like
on the other side of that.
Oh, it's a wall.
So yeah,
Not-
you all are at the door. The 5 of them are standing in line in front of
Yeah.
you. Behind them is the waterfall.
I just red rovered them right in front of them.
Us fire them.
Yeah.
Got it.
Can we see any of the like, is she identifiable? Or is she too far away? Well, she's underwater. She's in water.
Well, she's in like a ribbon of water. It's fairly thin. You can see her features. So she's glowing with a white light that sort of changes to green off and on, but it's mostly this pure white light.
Does it jog any infantile memories?
Oh, absolutely. This is very similar to the vision that you saw when you were an infant and the one that you just relived.
Whoa.
Wow.
And they literally were like, "This is the Sahlen where we keep her."
Oh, sorry. No, that's not the same one that you saw. Because what you saw was
That's
backed
what I
by
was
woods outside of a wagon.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
this
was
one fell
wondering
recently.
if these, I
17
was wondering
years.
if these were the same. Yeah, that's why I
Two
was.
different Sahlens. No.
No,
This
because
is,
this one fell recently. That caused the tidal wave.
is this?
this is that
Yeah,
one.
this is the
Yeah.
one that fell at the start of the campaign, right?
Yeah, this is the one that was
Oh.
kidnapped by the black
This is
ship.
so
Black
cool.
ship was smashed.
The one
Ended
we've
up
been
here.
looking for.
We finally found her.
Who
would have thought?
Ago.
Oh man.
Did I cast that wall of fire in time, Danny, or
To cause damage, or like, what do you mean?
Cliffhanger.
well, we'll come back to it. I just need to mark it off on my.
Oh, yeah. We'll say you cast it. I think so. And you'll still get whatever benefits you would have if you're doing the sneaky stuff.
It was like his reaction. Instead of peeing for once, he just went wall of fire.
Like I said, I feel better. I feel better from being inside.
I feel better.
Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you for
Yeah.
watching. Thanks again, always players, for playing with me. It's so fun.
That was beautiful scenery,
Oh
Danny.
my god.
Yes.
Beautiful memories. That was a cool vision that you had for
I
us.
saw it. I saw everything. It was crazy.
I
Oh.
saw everything.
Yay! Bloop bloop. Huggy hugs. As always, we're going to pay the love forward with a raid, but make sure you, if you're new here, make sure you join our Discord so you can see all the other shows that we have throughout the week. They're of varying tones, so we guarantee to have probably at least one thing that you like. But tomorrow night we have Perception Check, which is our live play D&D game with our felted friends, and we have several other things throughout the week and the weekend. I think we only take Sundays off, so we've always got something for you. So make sure you check that schedule. Woo-hoo.
Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah, thank you guys so
Ah,
much.
thanks for hanging out for the donation.
Being part of the story.
Oh yeah, and we will see Michael Caine and Jeremy Irons and Prometheus again before.
Michael,
Yeah, did they follow us into this?
No.
They sort of did. They followed you to the door. They didn't follow you into the pool, so they're probably just outside.
I'm just hanging
We'll
out.
be rating Sans Pants Radio.
Woo!
D&D is for Nerds, a fabulous podcast. Never listened to it. It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard, ever.
We're on a Mexican radio.
Alrighty.
Great. Well,
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back.
Oh man.
Welcome back, Diva.
Yay, welcome back.
yay! Full party.
Woo. Goodbye. All right. Bye bye.